Everyone, I'm Tracy Matisak, and I'm here with Julia Spiker Kasdorf. She is a teacher of creative writing at Penn State. She's a poet. More importantly, for our purposes, she is a speaker for the Pennsylvania Humanities Council, and she is going to be speaking on the Humanities on the Road taping of Rosanna of the Amish. Julia, welcome, and give us a little preview of what the program will be about.
Well, basically the program is divided into two parts, Tracy. In the first part, I'll discuss the life of Joseph Yoder. He's not someone who's well known. And in the second part, I'll talk a bit about his most important book, Rosanna of the Amish. It's a book that he announced to be a true reporting of Rosanna's life and of Amish life. And recent research shows that it wasn't entirely true, but I would say the book is a valuable artifact of Amish life, at least at the turn of this century. And it's a book that's still in print and that people still enjoy reading.
What was it that started you down this road of researching Yoder's life as well as this book?
Well, I am a poet, and when I published my first collection of poems, which was a collection of poems about growing up with memories in an Amish and Mennonite community here in central Pennsylvania. That book came out, and what I learned is that memory, family memory, individual memory is not always reliable. And once a book gets published, there are plenty of people who are willing to correct the distortions. And at that time, I knew there was another author who'd come from that community, and I wondered how he had managed a relationship with those people. And so I started researching his life, his work, reading his correspondence, and what I discovered was that he didn't have a very good relationship with the community either. So it didn't help me much with my conversation with that community, but I became so fascinated by his life that I ended up doing my doctoral dissertation, which then became a biography of Yoder.
And we should mention that he grew up right here in Huntington, Pennsylvania.
Well, he grew up in actually in Mifflin County, in Belleville, which is maybe 20 or 30 miles from here. But at the end of his life, he lived here in Huntington.
So there's a lot of history right here. You've given this presentation to many groups, including groups that have lots of Amish and Mennonite members in them. How have they responded to your talk?
Well, it seems that there are two kinds of people who come to the talk. There are people who live neighbors to the Amish and who are curious to know a little bit more about the history and background of their neighbors. And they come with all kinds of ideas, some mistaken, some not, a lot of curiosity. And then another group that comes are often Mennonite people. Yoder was a powerful instructor, a singing instructor, and there are still people in some communities who remember his influence as a musician. And so for them, there are often memories they'd like to share, and he was something a little larger than life figure.
Well, we've been talking with Julia Spiker Kasdorf, and she's going to be talking about Rosanna of the Amish, a very familiar book in the Amish community, and we'll have some lessons to learn about fact and fiction in memoir. It'll be a wonderful show. We certainly hope you can join us for Humanities on the Road, Rosanna of the Amish. I'm Tracy Matisak. See you next time.